The devil hates the true gospel because he knows that's the only thing that can save any human being from hell. He's going to hell, so he's going to make sure you're going to hell with him, right? Excuse the whatever, right? He's going to hell because Revelation chapter 20, verse 10, that is his fate, right? And the devil that deceived him, meaning Satan, right? The fallen angel, all that time ago, right? Before time even existed, he rebelled against God. The devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and shall be tormented day and night forever and ever. Hell's not a party, guys. Hell is a place of eternal torment. Hell is a place of conscious torment. Don't believe the lies that it's a party down there. It's not. It's absolutely worse than you can imagine. It's beyond all fathom. Imagine your worst day, the worst thing that can happen to you. That's nothing compared to hell. Hell is a constant torment. It says that in the Bible, constant torment, the worm that shall never die, right? You shall have no rest, no day, nor night. Your thirst won't be quenched, right? It talks about the rich man. You've heard that story, right? Pretty sure in Luke, don't quote me on that, right? Talking about, man, warn my brothers, warn my sisters, right? Of this place of torment. I'm in torment right now. Like, hell is not a party, guys. Hell is a place of constant, conscious torment. And that's why I make my videos, because I don't want anyone to go there. But unfortunately, the Bible says in Matthew that broad is the way that leads to destruction and narrow is the way that leads to life. Few be there that find it. There's only one way. It's narrow not because you have to do a bunch of things and it's so difficult. No, it's not talking about narrow in the sense of difficulty. It's talking about narrow in the sense of singular, not duality, but only singular way. There's only one way to go to heaven, and that's through Jesus Christ, through faith in what Jesus did for us on the cross. Because even on your best day, in comparison to God, right? In comparison, in God's eyes, it's your worst day. Your righteousness is like filthy rags unto the Lord, the Bible says. The reason people believe in a false gospel is because they look at the gospel in human logical terms, right? They don't look at the gospel the way God looks at it, right? They don't look at, oh, well, as long as I'm good, I'm a good person, I do good, and I don't steal, I don't end up in prison, right? I'm good, right? I'm gonna be in heaven. No, that's not the way God looks at it. God looks at it the way it's like, everyone deserves hell. I did, right? You do, right? But if you're a believer, you're washed clean, not because of what anything you did, because of what Jesus did 2,000 years ago. That's why he did it. You know what I mean? I go to the gym so I can, be fit and be healthy and be muscular. That's why I'm there. I don't just go to the gym to be on my phone. I have no purpose. Why am I there? I can be on my phone at home. It's the same thing of like, why did Jesus die if you could lose your eternal salvation? He promised us that would never happen because that's not possible. He's a good God, full of mercy and grace. But he's also just. Not everyone can be in the kingdom of heaven, not because they weren't good enough. It's because they rejected God's free gift of grace. They rejected the gospel. They don't want nothing to do with him. You want nothing to do with him? Okay. Well, depart from me, I never knew you. You work of iniquity. That's what you're going to hear. And I don't want anyone to hear